Joining me now, Texas Congressman Ronny Jackson. Congressman, 3 hours. It reminds me of Gilligan's Island, a 3-hour tour. Is he Gilligan, Biden, or is he the skipper? I'm not really sure.
Eric, this is an absolute disgrace. I can't believe this is actually going on. I mean, 2 years. He's like you said. He's been around. He's been in office for 2 years, and he's just now finding time to go down to our border. And this just boggles my mind. It really does. We just gave over $100 billion to Ukraine to help fight the war that they're fighting with Russia right now. And I want Ukraine to win that war. Don't get me wrong. But not a single American has been killed in Ukraine. We have over 100,000 Americans a year that are killed as a result of what's going on in Mexico right now with the cartels. And the cartels are at war right now with the Mexican government. We need to be diverting those resources to the border, and we need to secure our border. That's where Americans are dying, and that's where we need to have our influence.
Congressman, January historically the lowest, if not the lowest, one of the lowest months for people crossing the border. We know that. He didn't go there in August when it was heavy, or September and October were breaking records. Listen, when you lose CNN and you're Biden, I think you're in trouble. Take a listen to CNN today.
My colleague, MJ Lee, asked the White House about the president not interacting or meeting with any migrants, and a senior administration official told her that it was because there were no migrants at the respite center at the time that the president visited and that it was coincidental. But, Poppy, I checked the migrant dashboard that the city of El Paso has, and at the time when the president was here, there were nearly 1,000 migrants who were in federal detention. So if the president really wanted to see conditions, I kind of doubt that the president of the United States would have been denied access.
Yeah, and if you notice, there are migrants sleeping on the street, on the sidewalk, right behind that reporter right there. Congressman, what was this all about? Was this all just a photo op for Joe Biden to pretend he's doing something about the border?
This was nothing more than a photo op. That's all this was. He's going to run for president again. This is definitely evidence that he's probably going to run for president. He's trying to reform his image right now. He knows he's got 2 years left to look like he cares about what's going on the border, although we see, plainly that he does not care what's about, looking at the last 2 years. But, they had over 535, I think it was. I heard people that crossed the border yesterday in that El Paso region. He didn't see a single person. He didn't go down there where that was happening. He didn't go to any of the areas where these migrants are being detained or kept. There's all kinds of stuff he could have done down there to really get a taste for what's going on down there and get a feel for what the problem is, and work with the local officials down there, work with Governor Abbott, work with the Texas government.
Did you get a dang taco? I've been to I've been to El Paso border, I've been to Fort McAllen border. I've been to all those border towns. The tacos are great. The guy didn't even stop for a freaking taco. I'm being facetious because I'm mad because after 2 years, he spends 3 hours. They clean the place up. Congressman, akin to if your boss at the last second says, I'm coming to your house, what do? You throw everything in the closet and you hide all the dirty laundry. About right?
Well, those... Yeah, absolutely. But those people in El Paso, those local officials in El Paso, a lot of them that are Democrats, this is on them because they shouldn't have done that. They should have left this so he could see exactly what the problem is. I'm going to tell you right now, we should get some money. We should get tons of money headed down that way to Texas. And we should just tell El Paso, okay, look like you guys are doing okay. We saw the pictures. It looks like the streets are cleaned up down there. And let's give all the money to the other border towns in Texas. This infuriates me that the Democrats down there are playing politics and siding with Biden and catering to Biden, and they're going to clean that place up so that on national TV it looks like Biden has a secure border and he has everything under control. That could not be any further from the truth. It's an absolute disaster down there, and they should have let him see what a disaster it is.
Yeah, and at one point he was standing in front of the wall, and I'm talking about the wall that started under President Trump. Final thought.
Well, that's what we need. I mean, that is the answer to the problem. You just mentioned it. We need the Trump policies back in place, and we need them in place right now. And President Trump is being extra bold right now. He's talking about using our military to go in there and to go after these cartels. It is time for that to happen. Like I said, we are militarily pursuing the Russians on behalf of the Ukrainians. We need to be pursuing these cartels on behalf of the Mexican government, which is at war with these cartels right now, and on behalf of the American people that are being slaughtered with the fentanyl and the drug trafficking and all of the cartels and the crime that's crossing our border.
Congressman Ronny Jackson from Texas, border state. My friend, do us all a favor when you get there, 118th, congratulations, you've been sworn in now, 118th Congress. Why don't we defund some of that asinine 87,000 IRS agents, $80 billion, take some of that money and send it right down to those people who really need it at the border, your people. Thank you, Congressman, so much.
I'm
for
hoping
your
we
time.
do that tonight, Eric.
Well, that'd be
you.
great news. And then we'll bring you back and talk about that. Ronny Jackson, thank you.